Welcome to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, and for the next 4 weeks, we'll be presented by LaValley-Middleton Building Supply. They're dedicated to the communities they serve. It's their pleasure to do business with such outstanding customers in 13 locations in New Hampshire and Vermont. LaValley owes their success to the tremendous partnerships that they've built over 60 years in business. Today, we'll meet with Bob Strang in Contractor Sales. Brianna Critch of Claremont Savings Bank gives us the highlights of the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber events at the New London Hospital Days. Levi Southworth tells us about cruise nights at the Refinery Restaurant. And we'll close with a revisit to our dedication and tour of the Newbury Fire Station. Don't go away because you won't want to miss this week's edition of the Yankee Chronicle. We'll be right back.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and backup generators. Their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. Main Street Bookends of Warner, for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.
COVID-19 vaccines are safe and effective at protecting you from COVID-19, especially severe illness and death. Vaccinated people are far less likely to be hospitalized or die because of COVID-19, including the Delta variant. COVID-19 has a much harder time spreading in a vaccinated population. When more people are vaccinated, we are all better protected against COVID-19. Even if you're young and healthy, it's still important to get vaccinated. Vaccines can help end this pandemic. To get the most protection, make sure you get all recommended doses of a COVID-19 vaccine. Getting vaccinated helps protect you and others from COVID-19.
This program is supported by the Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from LaValley's here in Meredith, New Hampshire. And I'm now excited to be introducing you to Bob Strang. He's the sales contractor. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Thanks for hosting us. This is kind of a fun set to dream in the showroom over here, so this is great.
Yeah, what's really nice about LaValley-Middleton is it's kind of like one-stop shopping. You might need some lumber, we have that.
Yes.
But if you also need kitchen design, we have that as well.
And then duct tape, whatever you need.
Yeah, whatever you need.
I know, you could come here and think, okay, I'm just going to come for something simple and end up coming into the showroom and designing a new kitchen.
Yeah, that can get a little daunting too, because especially when you know somebody and their husband's going, please, don't.
Right, totally. Yeah. Tell us about LaValley-Middleton in general. You're expanding all the time. Yeah. You're in New Hampshire and Vermont, which is incredible. And like you said, all these services too. It's not just a hardware store, lumber, all these different parts. Tell us about what LaValley-Middleton does.
Well, we have 13 retail locations, and not only that, but we also get into modular home building as well. So there's a lot of different facets of the company itself. If you're in New Hampshire, we pretty much have you covered,
right? And
part of Vermont as well,
which is incredible.
And there's the products that we offer. We have 100,000 products that we have.
Right.
And it takes a lot to know a little bit about every one of them as well.
For sure.
So you need a little bit of knowledge there. But it's really fulfilling when you can take care of your contractor, but also when the homeowner comes in and you can take care of them as well. because they might not really know what they're looking for.
Yep.
They can kind of describe it, but then you kind of have to ask the right questions to get them in the right direction, and then you're able to help them out.
And when you say one-stop shop, it really is for, I mean, everything. You have the bathroom department, you have the kitchen department, and then wood, supplies. I know in Newport you have garages that you can do.
Yes.
So it really is everything that you need for your home or your business.
Yeah, garage and trusses we do out of our Newport location. We have a gentleman here that takes care of that. We also have sheds. I mean, you name it. If you walked in here, I think a lot of people they look around and they're in awe of what we have. Because if you do need some glue, we have that. But if you also need paints, if you need kitchen supplies, if you need any flooring, we have all that here. You know, some people don't even know that.
Exactly.
It's good to get it out there that, hey, we are the one-stop shop.
Right. Talk about contractor sales. What's your day-to-day job look like, and someone watching saying, I need to contact Bob, who's that person?
Well, it really runs the gamut, because it could be someone that is just looking to maybe get some cement blocks for their porch.
Okay.
It could be someone that's looking to build a whole deck. It could be someone that wants some Trex, or somebody that wants you know, a roll of duct tape, or a piece of copper for piping.
Okay.
So we're able to help all those folks. And you know, again, if there's something that's a little over my head, I've got the people that I'm going to put you in touch with. That
I think that's really important. So if someone comes to you and they're thinking, oh, we just need to repair a deck, and then you say, well, you know, X, Y, and Z may be wrong with this deck. Not only can you help them, but there's someone else within LaValley's that can also help them with that deck and maybe point them in a different direction.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, really important. What are some of the other things that are happening? You have a new location here at LaValley's. That's really important.
Yes, down near the Keene area. It's in West Chesterfield.
You're just really
we
expanding.
just added a new location there, and yeah, it just seems like every time I turn around, we're adding some more great folks.
I know, and here I will be honest, I've never been to the Meredith LaValley's. This is my first time here, but I always find them fascinating when you walk in, and there's so many different compartments. You can really come for just the hardware store, but wood, the lumber yard is such an important part that it's all right here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just the number of buildings that we have on site. We have 11 buildings here.
Wow.
So you start out in building 1, and if you have a special order that comes in, we do special order doors and windows. We also have some in stock. If you're going to pick those up, it's down in building 10. So, we have so many different opportunities. And I think what's really nice too is when you get the people that come in here to actually walk the yard and see what we have, they're amazed. Yeah. And the quality is bar none.
So if you don't see it on the yard, can you still get it for a customer?
Yeah, we can. We have a lot of buying power across the country. We work with a couple different independent distributors, LMC and Orbital being a couple of those. Really? And they're able to get us things and use the buying power of many independent chains. So what it does is we're excellent competition for anybody.
Amazing, and truly makes it one-stop shop, because if it's not here, you'll just get it for them.
Oh yeah.
Bob Strang from LaValley, thank you so much for hosting us, and this is such a fun place to be.
Well, thank you, my pleasure.
Well, for your next project, try LaValley's modern building technology using the manufacturing environment of computer-aided equipment and rigorous quality control. When we return, we'll hear about the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber event at this year's New London Hospital Days. Now, these words from the other businesses that support your Yankee Chronicle.
We are strong and we'll get through this together, but these are stressful times. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, and know that you are not alone. Visit wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
In every family, small conversations can make a big impact. I grew up on tour with my parents. Kind of different, but we bonded over music and we talked. Honest conversations, like when my dad shared his experiences as an alcoholic. Your honesty gave me a sense of integrity that I wanted in my own life.
And I wanted you to know, from someone who's been in recovery more than 30 years now, that hard work is what creates success, not alcohol or other drugs, in whatever you do.
Talk, they hear you.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and backup generators. Their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from the Chamber headquarters here on Main Street in New London. And you're not going to want to miss this interview. Exciting news because Hospital Days is coming back. And I'm now joined by Brianna Critch, who's talking about the schedule. Hi, Brianna.
Hello.
I'm so excited to hear it's coming back full force, not even like you're not missing a beat. 4 days of fun. Tell us what starts off Hospital Days this year.
So it is Thursday until Sunday, the 4th through the 7th. So Thursday night will be Chamber Night, where all of the local businesses will get together on the New London Green, and there are 50 spots available. There will be a raffle, just so that everyone can get out there under the tent and network, and some swag items will be there. It's a great family event.
Yes.
Friday we have band night, so we're pretty excited about that. We're going to be spicing it up a little bit this year, so we're going to have a dance floor, some food, hopefully a beer tent.
Ooh!
Just to get things a little more lively. We're wicked excited to be out again after 2 years of not being able to do it.
I know.
So, Saturday will be the infamous parade.
We've heard about it here at YCN, so yes, we just heard we were hired back, and I think I was hired back too, so
Yay.
yeah, so that's good as well.
Yes, so that will go all through town for the festivities. The Midway will be going on all 4 days, which the Chamber sponsors.
Great.
So I believe it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday from 5 to 10 p.m. You can buy a wristband and ride all the rides that you want for $20.
Wow.
And then Sunday will be the triathlon that the hospital puts on.
Yes, and I'm always amazed with the triathlon of how many people show up for it, so that's always a great thing. You talked about a lot of things like Chamber Night and the parade, things like that. Are people able to sign up now to get started?
So for the Chamber Night, registration has not opened yet.
Okay.
It will probably open early July.
Okay.
So that's exciting. You'll want to jump on that ASAP because spots fill up fast.
Yes, it's very popular.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the triathlon, is that through the Chamber or through the hospital?
The hospital plans that, so I believe the details are to come on that.
Perfect. That's exciting. And I think just to be back in this community, I mean, it's such a staple of the summer. You can talk to a lot of people that come to town and say, oh, I come purposely when it's hospital days, and we've missed it so much the last 2 years. So you're on the committee for the Chamber planning all these fun events?
I am, yes.
That's a lot of work. So tell me about band night too, because there might be some ways that businesses who are watching can help.
Yes, so we are accepting sponsorships for band night from local businesses. So more information on what the sponsorship levels for that will be coming out shortly.
And can you announce who the band is?
I cannot. It is a surprise.
Ooh, is there a rollout date for that? Some big announcement?
Not yet.
Okay, that's exciting though. And I like the new spin on it too, so people can be riding the rides, also enjoy the band, and have some great fair food too,
Yes,
which is always
absolutely.
fun. So tell us about Chamber Night on Thursday.
So on Thursday, we will have a big tent out on the green, and when the local businesses sign up, when that opens in early July, they will have a place to have a table. They need to let us know whether they need electricity or any special accommodations, and they set up all of their swag, kind of represent their business, and network with each other.
Amazing. And is there a theme this year? Sometimes there's a theme.
Yes, so this year we are doing a Community in Bloom, and that is for the parade as well.
Oh, Community in Bloom. And I think the creative part of that too is people can just decide what that means to them, which I think people really come up with some creative ideas. So that will be for Chamber Night and the main theme for the parade.
Yes, they will coincide.
Exciting. And then things will roll out. I know like the Grand Marshal is always a big deal for the parade and things like that. And also how long it is. I think it just keeps getting longer and longer every single year. So that's fantastic. Well, this is exciting to think about and definitely have people plan their summer around coming for hospital days. We've missed it so much. So if people are looking for more information about the whole schedule for the weekend, where can they get that information?
They can go right to the Chamber website, the hospital website, and we're also posting updates on social media.
Yeah, social media is key for this sort of thing, so people can share it and let everybody know. And of course, you can watch the parade here on YCN after it happens on Saturday, which is fantastic. But Brianna, thank you so much for all the information. That's fantastic. Thank you. Wow, it is great to have Hospital Days back in all of its fun and glory after a 2-year COVID hiatus. And as a side note, YCN will be televising the parade. When we return, we'll hear about the popular Ricky's Cruise Nights at the Refinery Restaurant. But first, here is another business that helps us keep your Yankee Chronicle coming to you.
Where are you headed?
Just gonna hang out.
If any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Can I go to the sleepover?
I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, no thanks, not my thing.
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
This program is supported by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. Last year, we visited with Levi Southworth of Ricky's Cruise In about their weekly visit to the Refinery Restaurant. Hi, Levi. Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from the Refinery Restaurant here in Andover. And I'm now joined by Levi Southworth of Ricky's Cruise In. Hi, Levi.
How you doing?
Thanks for chatting with us about these cool cars that you have as part of Cruise Night here at the Refinery.
You're welcome.
So tell us a little bit about how this got started. And obviously, you have a passion for cars.
I do have a passion for cars. I have a 53 Buick Super, and that car used to belong to my father.
Cool.
And I took possession of it and just started a Cruise In. We're not part of a club or anything, and like-minded people come in and look at cars. That's
so
it.
If someone's watching and they say, I like cars, but I don't own a fancy car or a cool car, doesn't matter.
Does
Come
not
on
matter.
down to the Refinery and check them out.
That's it.
Cool.
Yep.
And what if you have a cool car and want to bring it?
You have a cool car and want to bring it. We're on Wednesdays here at the Refinery, and all you do is show up. There's no registration fee. I give you a ticket. You get whatever food deals they're going to have. You park and you listen to good music and look at cars.
Cool. And the other thing that Brian and I were talking about is it doesn't necessarily mean antique cars. It would be any car that someone wants to show.
25 years and older.
Okay, good to know.
That is what considers a car to be an antique.
Interesting. I'm learning something new.
So the way I run the show, though, is 25 years or older or over 500 horsepower, because there's nothing wrong with any car or truck like that.
Okay, cool. So if you have a sports car or something fancy, bring it in.
Yep.
Even if it's brand new.
Even if it's brand new.
Right off the lot.
That's
okay,
right.
Very cool. And what's the start? Why did you start this? What was the drive behind Ricky's Cruise In?
I just wanted to get people, like-minded people together. There wasn't a car show in this town, and I had the time to do it. It's a good way to spend my evenings, and that's it. I love driving that car.
I bet you do.
Yep.
You're always probably looked at while driving that car too, pointing and things like that.
Yes.
So if people want to know more information, you have started a Facebook page that you're active on, and that's a chance for people to get information.
They can get everything they need to get there.
Great.
And that information, if they're on the Facebook page, then they can get other information about other car shows in New England, really, and then really locally here too.
Yeah, that's what you were saying before we got started. There are a lot of local car shows, not necessarily in Andover, but in New Hampshire that people can attend.
Everywhere in New England, yep.
And you may be there.
I may be there.
Which is awesome.
Right in this area, and a lot of areas through really all 3 states, and that's Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine.
Cool.
Right within 15 miles of Andover, you can hit a show every night of the week.
Wow.
Mondays in Hill, New Hampshire, which is off of 3A northwest of Franklin.
Okay.
They're on Monday nights. I believe they start at 5. Great hot sausage sandwiches.
Ooh.
They dress kids up as little bebop, doo-wop servers.
Fun.
With the little bow ties, so you can go there. Tuesday nights at Arnie's in Concord.
Fun.
Wednesdays, Tilton Diner.
Okay.
Or you should come here to the Refinery.
Absolutely.
All right.
We're coming here.
Yep. Thursdays, Route 104 Diner off of exit 23 on 93. And then Fridays, you end up in Bristol. Bristol's the largest show. It's at the Village Pizza in Bristol. You can look that up for a reference, and it's right south of the lake, and you can see 100 cars there.
I particularly like that you can come see cars, and then all these places sounds like you could get a really good meal and some ice cream too. If you
as important as it is to look at a car, you got to be fed.
Yes,
so,
that's important.
Everywhere,
it keeps people cruising.
It keeps people coming in, right? Everywhere you're going to go, there's going to be food.
Just be careful on a hot July night, licking an ice cream too close to a
there you go.
car. That's
there you
all
go.
I'll say. I don't know from experience, but I would think.
There you go.
Yeah, great. So to have people check out your Facebook page. Also good for weather delays. You wouldn't have a cruise at night if there was rain.
Right, yeah, and unless it's been, like 3 days of rain and we're expecting to be on the 4th day,
sure.
You'd have to just check that day. And
sure.
usually within a couple hours, because nobody wants to drive in the rain
yes.
or leave in the rain, although we can't control what happens after we start. But
sure.
if it's raining before the show's going to start that day, we're probably not going to have it.
Really cool. So everyone should come and check out the cruising nights on Wednesday nights here at the Refinery, 5 to 8.
5 to 8.
5 to 8, really great. Levi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
Thanks for telling us about it.
Sure.
Rods, rockets, and ragtops. Over 20 years old and 500 horsepower machines are at the Refinery every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. starting May 25th. Enjoy an evening of food, fun, and classic cars. When we return, we'll revisit a piece we did about the culmination of construction of the Newbury Fire Station. But first, these words from a good business that makes your Yankee Chronicle possible.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
The American Red Cross blood supply is at historically low levels this winter, and we're facing a dangerous situation. Hospitals and patients are counting on donors to get the blood they need. Make a life-saving appointment today. Visit redcrossblood.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS.
This program is supported by Main Street Bookends of Warner for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner.
Welcome back. I'm Abby Peel, your host. Let's head back to a piece we did last year at the dedication of the Newbury Fire Station.
Well, welcome to the completed Newbury Fire Station. It's been a long road, but we're very pleased with the results. We've moved in. We actually moved in from the other station and became operational on August 13th. And as you can see, all of our apparatus, or most of it, has already been moved, and it's been really a pleasure to be operating out of our new facility. So people come in from the parking lot, what we call the south parking lot, responding to a call, grab their appropriate gear, and are able to walk right through into the apparatus bays. And there's actually a screen on the wall that allows any responding personnel to see what other personnel are responding to the call. So this is our gear washroom. This space will be set up appropriately for us to be able to wash our gear and decontaminate our gear. The height of the ceiling in the apparatus bays allowed us to provide some equipment space in what's called a platform, equipment platform or mezzanine, with relatively easy access up an industrial set of stairs to get pieces of equipment that are not used as frequently. And here's our equipment storage room, which provides adequate space for us to store equipment that we use all the time. So this is our SCBA compressor room. Right now, the only compressor in here is the one that serves the brakes in our engines and equipment. And this is our boiler room, which, as you can see, is packed filled with modern equipment to heat and provide water to the new station. This valve opens up a water connection to our 58,000-gallon water cistern. This is what's called a dry hydrant, and we'll be able to refill tankers, both our own and mutual aid for other towns, if there's any fire event anywhere in this neighborhood. So this is our radio room, which allows us to both man the station during a emergency event, whether that be medical or fire or what have you. It allows us to look directly into the apparatus bays from this desk area, and we have a reception area in the event people are coming to get fire permits. So this is our main training room, which also serves as our new EOC, which stands for Emergency Operations Center for the town of Newbury. And in the event of a town-wide or statewide emergency, will be set up as our Emergency Operations Center. Off of this room is a small kitchen area that will serve during training sessions, and in the event we are operating the EOC on an overnight basis, would allow us to be able to prepare small meals and coffee and what have you. So down this corridor throughout the remaining administrative space are men's and women's, separate men's and women's rooms with access both from the apparatus bays and the administrative side, which is very important. This is our day room, which is essentially a relaxing area to watch a great TV from very comfortable chairs, all of which were purchased with donated funds as opposed to taxpayer money. The importance of this room, candidly, is in the hopes that we can entice young people to join the department and be willing to just stop by and spend a few hours during after school or after work, but it was furnished with donated funds. This is our electrical room, which has our generator transfer switch, our main electrical panels, all of our internet and Wi-Fi and telephone equipment, as well as our radio equipment and fire alarm equipment. It's been nice to share with you these tours of our new fire station. We're absolutely in love with the new facility, which was dedicated at a ribbon-cutting ceremony held on August 28th. Ed Thorson, chair of the Town of Newbury Select Board, moderated the event. Attending the ceremony was U.S. Senator Maggie Hassan, State Senator Ruth Ward, State Representatives Dan Wolf and Karen Ebel. Also present were many state fire and rescue personnel. Newbury Fire Chief Henry Thomas spoke on the long process of getting the new station approved and the work that went into making the new station what it is today. He thanked the voters, town officials, and fire department members, the contractors, and others who had supported the construction project. During the ceremony, it was also pointed out how this new town campus beautifully integrated the town's Veterans Memorial into the layout, and the access to the town playground was afforded a new parking area with easy access. Following the ceremony, those in attendance enjoyed a luncheon and took tours of the new facility. And just in the last few days, our new weather vane, which is in the shape of an antique fire engine, was placed on the cupola via a crane.
Thanks to the town of Newbury for their commitment to fire safety in the community and to the men and women who protect our properties. Next week, we'll be right back here at LaValley's. We'll hear from Eva Delbar from the paint department. We'll visit Karen Doucette of the Old Courthouse Restaurant in Newport and hear about their summer fun events. We'll revisit a piece we did a few years ago about the New London High School cupola. And we'll close with a visit to the New London Historical Society for an update on their events and ground times. Don't miss our Game of the Week, second season with great replays from last year. This week, we'll show the 2021 Boys Tournament soccer game featuring number 8 Kearsarge and number 9 Laconia. All our games play at 12 noon and 7 p.m. on Sundays and Mondays on TDS 13 and 1013 and on NCTV 8. All of our YCN shows are available anytime on demand at ycnnow.com. I'm Abby Peel. Join me again this same time next week as LaValley-Middleton Building Supply presents another Yankee Chronicle. Stay safe, everyone.